What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zaki. It's Coffee with Zack in English. Let's drink some coffee here. Oh, it's very hot. Let's put that down. Make sure it doesn't burn us. And yeah, just really good coffee. Only having a little bit of blue bottle coffee, which I haven't had in a while. I've been having a lot of Nespresso coffee, which is delicious. But the machine is very loud and it always needs water. So anyway, this is for Monday, November 18th. It is about 6:10 p.m. Pacific. And let's go ahead and do a quick update. Diggnation-style. As your Diggnation-style, I read all the articles, the content curation I do for the entire day. Monday is my busiest day, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and then you can watch this video later tonight on Monday, or you can enjoy it on Tuesday when you're at the office. You know, you get your bunch of screens and you're working, especially geeks, nerds, otakus. You'll be able to watch the whole video and just enjoy. And you put on some earbuds, listen to Jedi Radio, or listen to this, and then Jedi Radio, and then obviously make your radio if you're just studying or working, because it's lo-fi music, right? Okay, let's go through all of this, and then maybe if I have some free time, maybe if we do this video in 22 or 23 minutes, maybe we can discuss some other issues, which I'm sure you guys would appreciate if I were to talk about some other issues as well. Because there's so much commotion in the world. After someone finally got my favorite magazine, The Economist, to my new address in Sacramento, and look at this shit. It's they're trying to play golf with the entire planet, and the whole planet is going to go into a big problem. So I'll share my 2 cents, and I'll talk about what we need to do, because 2 more months and then it's Trump nightmare. First and foremost, before starting, big shout out to former President Barack Obama. Yes, what happened with this election, this whole map went red because of what? Gerrymandering. Gerrymandering in every district throughout the nation basically screwed us all up. This is what happened. There was a lot of blue voters. There was a lot of Democratic voters, but because of the way the maps were drawn, because of gerrymandering, it basically screwed us all up. And through all those districts, the maps were drawn in some weird connotation where that's how they got them to vote red from all of them. And we tried to work on this for many years. Let's fix this gerrymandering, and we never got it fixed. And now everything went red. Now it's going to be even harder because we're not 2 full years away from the 2 years away from the midterms, and it's just so far away from now. Oh, I just saw a little bug flying over here, and maybe it was Ant-Man Quantum Mania, which was the 3rd movie in the series on Marvel. So hopefully we can see the next movie in the Ant-Man series, played by that particular actor who's really very cool. So I hope that we see Ant-Man 4 into the future. All right, let's get through it. Let's hurry the hell up. First article from The Economist: Ukraine's secret army in France. Well, yeah, France has been quietly just training a lot of Ukraine's military to help them out to fight with the Russians. So this is a great article, goes into details as to what they've been doing to help out the Ukrainian people. Up next, the radioactive flood threatening Central Asia's breadbasket. This is an article from 1843. Be sure to check it out. It's actually very scary stuff. There's a lot of nuclear waste at their doorstep, so be sure to check out the article. And it's actually very, very scary stuff. Okay. Next article we got up next. Do the aftermath how Trump won. This is an article. This is a podcast from The Economist. You can listen to this on SoundCloud, and you be sure to listen to the whole episode. It'll explain to you how in the hell Trump won the presidency. We're still not sure because there might be a recount, but for right now he has won. But we'll see what happens into the future. Up next, EIU expects Mexico's economic growth to slow to 1.4% in 2024, down from 3.2% in 2023. Growth is forecast as 1.2% in 2025, with the economy firming up through the 2029, in line with the economic recovery in the U.S. Find out more here at the EIU. This is the Economic Intelligence Unit, very important organization that is part of The Economist magazine, so be sure to check that out. Very important stuff. Up next, we got an article from Harvard Business Review, a workaholic guide to reclaiming your life. I love the Harvard Business Review magazine. As you know, they were really mean to me for many years and basically made fun of me. But then when they found out how important Zack Technology LLC was and how the fact that I'm a super intelligence SME, subject matter expert, was, they finally started to write an article with a little bit more respect. I did unfortunately lost about 6 magazines from the Harvard Business Review while I was doing my moving from Modesto back to Sacramento. So if you, hopefully I can find those magazines because I spent a lot of money on them. I even had to find one on eBay to find it because it was the magazine that I read when on my first day at Intel Corp, which had basically 3 doors and you had to pick which door to go to. And it's been such a long time since my first day at Intel, and now that I have a startup and eager to work at any of the big fours, any of the big techs, but if no one was willing to send me a job offer, I basically have to go my own route and go about it this way. But like I said, it's been a long time since that first day, and 6 years no paycheck. It's been really tough. Up next, do not pet. Why are robot dogs patrolling Mar-a-Lago? This is very scary. This is all these DARPA robot dogs that they've been working on. This is going to be very dangerous. An article from the BBC. What if those dogs ends up in the future? People mount guns on them and they start patrolling the ghettos. It's not going to be a very difficult situation for an African American or for a brown person or for a Latinx person to just be walking around their neighborhoods, and all of a sudden you see one of those robot dogs with a machine gun on them. They could patrol the street. Kind of like a apocalypse type world. This is the future of Trump. This is what we were so afraid of Trump, and that's why we have 2 more months to deal with this situation, to deal with this predicament. Hopefully there might be a recount, or maybe Trump will just be not eligible because he's a felon. You cannot be president if you're a felon. Up next, how the U.S. selects its presidents, all about the Electoral College. This is by Bloomberg. It goes to show how we despise the Electoral College. The other way to vote, the other way that we would want to vote, which is the popular vote, is more important. And right now, for some weird reason, Kamala Harris did not win the popular vote because a lot of ballots are missing. Some of those ballots are missing, and this is very weird stuff. At the USPS, it appears that a lot of MAGA cult were working those offices, and basically it turned out for the worse. It appears that none of those people that were working there were getting enough background checks, and basically they were all red supporters, and they just threw away all these Democratic ballots. Really scary stuff. Up next, Pope Francis suggests international study into possible genocide in Gaza. This is an article from Reuters. The Pope is really tired of what's going on in the Gaza Strip. From the very beginning, he said, please make peace, Israel, make peace with Palestine. Do that. And basically, Israel did not listen. And basically, God himself, or whatever you guys think is up there, there was a pandemic, there was all this and that, because we did not listen to the Pope, who specifically said, please just do a two-state solution. So, if you believe in all that is holy and all up there, Jesus a la Buddha, I like Optimus Prime, or the Jedis, just, the Pope himself said, do the two-state solution. Do it. And you wouldn't do it. Israel would not do it. And then we got backlash with the pandemic. 20 million, 18 million people died worldwide. Who knows what can happen if another pandemic happens? So please listen to what he has to say. It's really important. The other article up next we got is Israeli forces kill 111 people in Gaza as Pope calls for genocide inquiry. This is another article from Al Jazeera. As you know, Al Jazeera News is one of the only outlets that actually shows you what the hell happens in the region. You're not going to find what's happening at you're not going to find what's happening at on Newsmax or on Fox News. You want to see what's happening? Go look at BBC News, and now BBC News not even show what they do. It's France Info, and even France Info, not that much. But Al Jazeera News shows you like it is and shows you what's happening. Up next, do you have hope? This is an article from the New Yorker. Very important article. How important it is to have hope. Hope is important. It was very important during the Barack Obama's presidency, and we hope to have hope again. As you know, hope can also mean a very dangerous thing. That is into Far Cry 5, where a whole area was being controlled by some kind of pastor who was far right and basically crazy. And don't worry, I'll make sure to re-download Far Cry 5 into the future, and we'll live stream it, and we'll defeat that goddamn man, this pastor who's ultra right, pretty much crazy, and he was destroying the whole land into the way that he wanted, and he shut down communication towers, cell towers, and basically our main character with his friends had to play co-op and to re-put those antennas back up so that people could talk to one another and end him because he was so dangerous. He was a very dangerous pastor of ultra right, and unfortunately enough, his name was named Dutch, which is terrible because I know we love Holland, we love Dutch people, but in that game in Far Cry 5, this dangerous man was named Dutch something. So we'll talk about it more on the live stream on YouTube or on Twitch, but yeah, be aware of that. Up next, we got Spotify CEO on what this new video push is different. After several fits and starts, Spotify CEO Daniel Ek thinks the company is finally ready to rival YouTube as a destination for video podcasts. This is an article from The Verge. This is pretty cool because, I actually do a lot of video podcasting now on my YouTube, and they don't have that many big numbers. I get like between 10 and 20 views on them. But when I do a video for unboxing, I get like 50 views, which is nice. So maybe if I put those videos on my Spotify, like I put my podcast, maybe I'll get a lot of views. We'll see what happens. Speaking of podcasts, there's a new podcast by David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. Thank you guys for recording that podcast, for basically showing how much you love one another, but you apologize to one another no matter what happens in the past or in the present and in the future. And hopefully, who knows, maybe we'll finally see a reboot or a new season of The X-Files. Let's stay hopeful. Love that show. Love that show because it's very relevant. I don't know how else to say this, but based on a true story by this point already. Okay. Next, we got Democrats got wiped out in 2004. This is what they did next. This is what happened in 2004 in an article from Vox when John Kerry lost. So this is what they did next to revive themselves so that they were able to win in 2008. Next article we got is World of Warcraft turns 20 by TechCrunch. Everyone understand what's happening here. We're playing WoW essentially, and we need to give one of our best characters help to defeat the monster. And the monster is Elon Musk. Even Gabe Newell from Steam Software, as strong as he is, he's starting to realize that, damn, now even him with the whole Half-Life Source engine and all this and that, he's not able to defeat Elon Musk, who's got Grok 2, and he's got Twitter, he's got Neuralink, and he's got Teslas. And all those satellites, 75% of the satellites, he's starting to become really dangerous. Because if Elon Musk helped Trump put like some kind of fourth right thing in America in about 2 months, it's going to be a very scary place for America. It's going to be a very scary place. So like I said, we got 2 months, figure out what to do. Biden seems to be very quiet. Kamala seems to be very quiet. Kamala Harris, and Barack Obama is very quiet. Bill Clinton has got a new book, so I'll be sure to check that out. But you guys need to congregate and figure out some kind of game plan, because in 2 months, America might fall, and it could be very dangerous. You know that there was 700 people who were in the intelligence community wrote a petition saying, "Do not hire Trump. This would be very dangerous for the country." You know full well we all said, even at the Air Force AFA Association, we said, don't let Trump near the red button because he's stupid enough and he wants to push it. All of us are trained for years, for decades. We have the responsibility of this red button, and we all know never press the goddamn red button. And Trump wants to press the goddamn red button. It's very dangerous. Bulletin of Atomic Scientist. I still got your magazine. I still read your articles. You need to pump up the volume. You need to, podcasts, videos. Get a concert. Get Dua Lipa to make a concert for you guys. Yes, Dua Lipa concert at Bulletin of Atomic Scientist. Do it just because it goes to show that no one should use that goddamn red button. Please. Thanks. Next, we got Why AI Could Eat Quantum Computing Lunch. This is by MIT Technology Review. For some reason, people think that AI is going to eat quantum computing's lunch. So this is might be possible, but quantum computing is pretty powerful. All right, let's continue. I moved my family from US to Switzerland. Quality of life is better. This is an article from Business Insider. Be sure to check out that article. Someone used to live in the US and was tired of work-life balance, so they went to Switzerland. So be sure to check that out. Article is on Business Insider. After that, we got an article, Français à San Francisco, les prochains événements à ne pas rater. This is an article on LinkedIn. It goes to show you a bunch of great events happening in the San Francisco Bay Area. I would love to attend all of them. I just can't afford a hotel room to be there all the time. So hopefully I can go to at least one or two events per month or every 2 months, because it's just so important for me to attend them, because if we can network, we can talk. Hopefully I can find some angel investors, some VC venture capitalists, and or maybe someone who just needs a project manager for their company, so I can get a salary check and hopefully move to the Bay Area. Next, we got revealed the truth about the Taliban's brutal Kabul regeneration program, The Guardian. This is a very important article on The Guardian. It goes to show how terrible the Talibans are, and just we hate them so much. And don't worry, guys, I'll go ahead and do another fun live stream of Metal Gear Solid 5 in Japanese, and we'll pump up the guys, and somehow, some way, we'll be able to work in conjunction with the organization No One Left Behind, a U.S. organization which helps Afghan Terps, Afghan SIV people to get their families out of Afghanistan into Pakistan and eventually into the U.S. They do their best. It's a very long process, very tedious process, but we pray hard for those guys. They do amazing work, and hopefully we can get them to bring back the show United State of Al season 2 or season 3 on a different network. Hopefully, whether it is I forgot. I think it was on CBS, so maybe it'll be on one of the streaming platforms. And those actors would love to return back, and it would be very fun. Up next, we got to save more water. American homes need smaller pipes. The New York Times written this article. Okay, because that bomb cyclone that's going on, be sure to if you're not aware, turn the heater on. Turn the heater on because the pipes might burst. So be sure to immediately do that. I'm actually gonna send a text message just to remind people, because I just texted the people that I love that it's important to change the pipes, because it's important to put the heater on, because the water pipes might break because of the temperature. All right, let's continue over here. Could a pair of socks and a potato be the secret to fending off your next cold? We asked a doctor. It appears that during the winter-ish season, article from Huffington Post says that just wearing your socks and a potato, it could be the secret to fending off your next goal. So really important stuff. Up next, we got How the Ivy League Broke America. This is a great article by The Atlantic. I'm tired of all these Ivy League schools are basically thinking they're higher and up than the rest of us. I got my education from The Ohio State University. There's no reason why I couldn't be employed. I should be employed. It's been 6 years with no position, paying position. I can't be an intern forever. It's nice to be an intern when you're 20, but being an intern at 40 is terrible. I love the work. The work is very respectful. It's very high regard, but if I don't get a salary, I can't pay for my bills. It's really very difficult. Up next, we got Texas may finally pass school choice in 2025. I guess it's an article saying that the people will get to choose the school that they go to in Texas. So that's pretty cool. Up next, we got millions may not have health coverage if subsidies return to the pre-Biden level. This is an article from the Washington Post. As you know, we're very afraid of our Medi-Cal and all this and that once the Trump administration turns on in about 2 months. Up next, we got the loneliness epidemic affecting young people. This is an article from Le Monde. Very important article. Be sure to read it. A lot of us can attend to that. Be sure to check that out. Next article we got. PSA, your Twitter X account is about to change forever. This is from Mashable. This is because Elon Musk is going to use all your content on Twitter to train Grok, its AI program. Very dangerous stuff. Up next, someone may soon pay $1.5 million to tape a banana to the wall. There's a big article. There's a big person in the art industry. All they did, they took a banana, they taped it to a wall, and now he's going to get paid $1.5 million. This is a very kind of a lame, the world of art. See how people make money. That easily makes you wonder what the hell's going on in this world. Up next, we got, that was an article by Vice. Up next, we got the video from The Intercept. Elon Musk quietly tried to reform DA. Here's how he failed. Very good article by The Intercept. We're almost done, guys. We have a message. We sent a message to aliens 50 years ago, and this is what we said. Great article by National Geographic. After that, we got Biden's Marxist climate legacy during Amazon visit, asserting nobody can reverse it. This is a great article by the NPR. It appears that Biden made some fail-safe stuff during his visit in the Amazon in Brazil, so that no one can stir up what he has written about climate change. Climate change is very important. Paris Accord, all this and that. We don't want to return to a time where we don't respect that. Very important. After that, up next, we got, here's how we know about how California voted on 2024 state proposition so far. This is an old article from Capernaum News. It appears that everyone's taking a break right now. They might be gone on holidays, but it's very important to keep things in order because people want to know the latest in Sacramento radio news from NPR. After that, we got plastic, l'escroquerie du recyclage. But this is by Le Monde Diplomatique. This goes to show that recycling plastics can be some kind of escroquerie. It might be not even helpful whatsoever. It appears that they all end up in the same landfills and nothing even gets recycled. So this is just an article from Le Monde. Be sure to check it out. This is really annoying because someone close to me adores recycling, and I think she'll be very upset if she read that article. It's in French, so hopefully she can read it about if she just puts on Google Translate. Why Mexico picks women president first is an article from Foreign Policy. Be sure to read that article. That article is very important. It is a big change. The fact that Mexico picked a woman president for the first time, it means a lot to them, and be sure to check that out. After that, we got War and Peace in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. This is from Foreign Affairs. A very complicated article. For those who don't know, the article is very complex, so I may have to reread the article and highlight it with my highlighter just to explain to you some of the good parts, some of the bad parts. After that, we got up next, expect the worst from Russia and North Korea. This is an article from The Diplomat. Very scary stuff. We'll be sure to check out what's going to happen. Hopefully, we do not want some kind of sum of all fears that we all always wonder. So let's hope that does not happen. Up next, the world Trump will face. No stability here. The Cipher Brief is updating their content. I couldn't find their content. I went on their Spotify and they had no content for months. Nothing since April of a couple years back. But it appears that on their platform they have a bunch of videos, have a bunch of audio, and I basically download them onto my phone and then listen to them with my earbuds. Great stuff. So hopefully I'll be up to date as to what all those guys are talking about, because the hour is dire. It's l'heure est grave. You know, there's about 2 more months till Trump Nightmare, so be sure to listen to everything you got to say and be prepared for that. Up next, we got the new elliptic curve breaks 18-year-old record. This is an article from Quantum Magazine. It's about mathematics and science. Be sure to check that out. Up next, rejoignez-nous le 19 novembre, 19h30 CET, au portel de la science du CERN pour le spectacle Danse avec l'évolution qui marie la danse contemporaine avec la physique et les sciences de la vie. This is an article by CERN in French. As you know, I'm trying to help you guys to learn more about CERN in French, so be sure to check that out. And it's CERN in French is very important. It's a great organization, so be sure to check it out. I want you guys to learn French, very important. Up next, we got Our Alien Earth. This is a very great article from NASA, so be sure to check out NASA. And it's just talks about the Earth and how just a very cool concept. All right. Okay, that's it. That's my dignation part of today's video, and we got it at 26 minutes. So as far as live stream, I'm doing Yakuza 5. I'm in part 3 out of 5. So let's go ahead and do some more part 3 before we get to part 4 and then part 5. And after that, we'll be done with Yakuza 5. After that, we'll do Yakuza 6, and we're doing the Yakuza games live stream marathon. We were on it. We're doing all the games, and I can't wait to get to the one that I want to play, which was The Man Who Erased His Name. The Man Who Erased His Name. That's what I wanted to play last year for Christmas. So look, lo and behold, it's the month of November. It's 11th. Next month it will be December 12th. So that means that it literally took me a year from the Yakuza 0 to Yakuza Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, Yakuza 3, Yakuza 4, and Yakuza 5. It took me a year to play all these games. This is crazy. It's amazing, great work from RGG Studio and Sega Japan. Thank you so much for this wonderful story in Japanese with Japanese audio and English subtitles. And as you know, I love Japan animation. I love Japanese characters. I love Japanese movie telling, storytelling, and it's just very, very fun stuff. And please remember, these are all fictitious stories, and it's all fiction. And they're just characters. They're just actors. But it's just a wonderful work. And now with the video series on Prime Video, it's even better. It's just amazing work, and love the work, and very, very cool. As always, guys, I love my favorite TV show, news TV show in France. It's France Info, le 11-13. It's like nighttime here in the US, but it's daytime in France. But they have it on DVR, so I can watch it whenever I want. Now I'm really happy. She's one of my favorite présentatrices. You know, she's not a pundit. You know, she actually just tells the news. It's not like in the U.S. where they're just like, "Oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?" Just to kind of like, you know, just a waste of time and nothing gets done. But in France, they tell the news. They just tell the news. Really exciting stuff. So a big shout out to Flore Maréchal. No relations to Le Pen. No relations to Le Pen whatsoever. Le Pen is now going to go in probably in prison, and she's never going to be able to run for office in 2027. We're really excited. So non tout pour le RN. Okay, guys. I was able. I put a Snapchat on the Ohio State Snapchat, and I put it on also at the Snapchat of Ohio State alumni. This is really nice. They're really kind enough to let me post on there. So you know, that kind of to show that goes to show that they stick together. Even, you know, it's my alma mater, and they were kind enough to see I was working on a podcast, latest podcast 2414, and you know, at the same time everyone was listening to it on all the speakers, and people were listening thanks to me, and I mentioned it on Snapchat. It was really fun. Don't trust any other Snapchat. My only Snapchat, I don't have any private Snapchat or anything like that. My only Snapchat is I am Zaki. IAMZAKI. Okay? All right. Let's see. What else? Pushing a lot of updates, but I have to be able to find someone to send an invoice. I got to find someone to send an invoice because I'm in the red. I really need some invoice, some funding, so I can continue the work, because it's really, really tough to not have income and work on this. It's a lot of importance, really important work, And as I try to explain, if you kind of go into mode of Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility, and just like Peter Parker doesn't have billions of dollars like Iron Man from Tony Stark. He basically gets money from just posting photos of Spider-Man. But if Spider-Man doesn't go out, he can't post any pictures. Yeah. So kind of like in the same concept, if I can't go to chillax at these Live French Tech events, La French Tech NSF, if I can't go there, there's no pictures of me. Well, how am I supposed to gather some income? I have to get some angel investors. An angel investor is someone that donates $25,000, or venture capitalist is someone that donates more of that and wants a piece of the pie. So that's what I need. I need to find that to go to the next level. There's no reason why I shouldn't get some investment. People are investing into white people. People invest into Indians from India. Just because my passport does not say Indian from India and it's a U.S. passport and I have a French passport, I should be able to, just like that, be successful as well. We shouldn't see some discrimination. That's why Lena Khan from the FTC does her best, and she'll get to do it for another 2 more months before the Trump nightmare. So let's hope for that. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As always, we're going to keep playing some Yakuza 5. Thank you for sending this to the right address. I'll be devouring my magazine of The Economist. As always, I am in the contest for the DCG 75, the Porsche 992 GT3 RS. I'm hoping to win the 8080 contest, and we'll play some PlayStation, and we'll chillax. And if you're wondering what the book is for this month, there might not be that many books. It's going to be just probably this book about music therapy, music in mind, and then the latest Gundam book, which is volume 12, Origin. Okay, guys, I gotta get going because I have to make a video in French later. I'm sure they want one in French. Have fun in Brazil for the G20 at Rio and all this and that. You're going to do a great job. Everybody's there against Netanyahu. No more Netanyahu. We tell him to stop the nonsense in the Gaza Strip. We want a ceasefire immediately in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. Okay? All right, guys. As always, nothing would have been possible without my Nothing 2 phone, which has got a San Francisco number. It's got a San Francisco number now. So if you have my San Francisco number, call me as soon as possible. Text me as soon as possible. And look how big the screen is. This is fun. This is amazing. Before I had to use an iPad to read from what I was doing. Now I can with this screen. It's amazing. But I still have my iPhone, Tim Cook. I need an iPhone 16. I just can't afford it right now. So please help me out if you know anyone at Apple that wants to help me buy a new iPhone. Okay, guys. I think that's about it. I hope you all have a very safe. I'll do more videos the rest of later this week, but Thanksgiving's coming up next week, so make sure you make plans. Make sure you have a safe place to have Thanksgiving, and just love you guys and have a wonderful time. It's that time to think of family, and I hope the best for you and your families. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and do a like button over here. As you know, we'll do more Kojima Productions games live streams, such as Death Stranding 1 Director's Cut, and Metal Gear Solid 5, and Zone of the Enders 2, as Jehudi fights Anubis. Whether I do it in English with French subtitles or in Japanese, but it seemed that Japanese was really, really hard because we couldn't read anything all those subtitles. So hopefully, we might just play in English with with French subtitles. Okay. Until next time, guys. Everything's on the website, Zack.coffee. Bye bye. This is Zack, aka Zaki.